Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and as you guys know, we just got back on YouTube a couple days ago, and we haven't done an Ask Me Anything since well before then. So I thought that this would be a great opportunity for you guys out there to get your questions in via YouTube, via Rockfin. We're going to be taking questions from both, and we're also going to recap a little bit of what you missed, but then we're going to show you the latest revelations of Jen Psaki basically coming out and saying, yes, the state has instituted the Ministry of Truth in conjunction with these social media groups, which are really what? Trojan horse civilian systems. They are not technology, okay? They are technology. They are not technology companies, okay? They are not private businesses. They are an arm of this very real Leviathan that is trying to enslave us through that very technology instead of empower us. So one of the things I do want to say before we even get going is that Rockfin is now making some changes which are awesome. You can do $100, $99.99 for the whole year, save yourself, endorse myself or any other creator, and they get that. That's a great way to show your support and show you're locked into the platform. Two, they are very shortly going to let everybody watch videos without an account, but if you want to comment, you obviously have to give up an email address. I think that's a good move. And then they're also going to allow Ray to be bought on a very easy market, straight up, where you can buy Ray. And then with the Ray, 100% of the tips, and we're going to read one of those right now, go to the creator. Right now, because of the processing and the business model, 28% goes to Rockfin, which I'm totally okay with, guys. But they want to encourage you guys to be invested in the network too. There's actually one other thing that they're talking about, and that's you directly investing in Rockfin channels via NFTs. Now, that's kind of in like the alpha stage, not even the beta stage, but it's something I'm also going to throw out there. So here are a few of the tips that I missed earlier. Sharon says, hello from SA in the thick of the burning and looting here in KwaZulu-Natal. You are my number one alt media dude. Keep up the awesome work. Thank you, Sharon. MC says, love your stuff, all of it. Thanks so much for all your hard work. Could you cover, update, or share your thoughts on the Nuremberg trials that are underway? I don't know that there are any Nuremberg trials that are underway or citizen trials. If there's something specifically that you want to send me, DMs on Twitter. Listen, I'm not great about getting through all of them, but that's probably your best bet other than the emails, right? And it's at Jason Burmis on Twitter. Let's see. And we got several. MC gave a couple more, and then Castillo also. And that's how you skip the line, right? You use Rockfin, and you give tips through that because we're fully demonetized here on YouTube. We're going to focus a little bit on McGregor because people missed that fight. I will say this, if you do go make that free Rockfin account and follow me, we're trying to get to 30,000 followers before any other alt media platform here does. Really, any media platform. It would be a huge get, and that's for you guys to come over and help out. But one of the things I want to start with here, by the way, you missed a really good one on Charlie Manson, Danny Trejo, and more evidence that points to Manson being part of some kind of an MK Ultra type program, at least in some respect, was the DARPA dog and the normalizing the takeover and having these new videos with Hyundai and K-pop stars and what ultimately everything you're seeing right now, everything from the censorship to the medical martial law to the door-to-doors, because we're going to watch a lot of videos here before we get to the questions and comments. Make sure you get your questions and comments in. Is on the road, not just to, they call it, a lot of people like to call it a technocracy. No. First of all, we're at the technopoly level right now. They have a transhumanist agenda. They don't know how long this one's going to take, but they want to put you in a quote-unquote virtual world. So that's why this channel and these things are so important. So, again, Rockfin. All the other links down below, including the GoFundMe, are down there, and you can support me. So let's talk about some of the stories that we haven't been able to talk about. And one of them right here is this Politico story that people were in denial of. All right? It's potentially a death sentence. White House goes off on vaccine fearmongers. Okay, and then you get down, and people did not want to admit that it said Biden allied groups, including the Democratic National Committee, are also planning to engage fact checkers more aggressively and work with SMS carriers. SMS carriers to dispel misinformation about vaccines that is sent over social media and text messaging. Right there. And we did a whole video showing you that the government indeed has had all of your digital communications since day mother truckin' one. Day mother truckin' one. Okay? So it's all here. They've always had your text. Now they're rolling it out as if any of this is legal. None of it's legal. And then if you talk about it, people go, oh, you just watched Tucker Carlson at Fox News, bro. No, it's just in the Daily Mail, bro. You show them the Politico thing, they just can't even, they can't get a grip on reality. They don't understand they're openly running military ops in this country right now under the term signature reduction. My God. My God, indeed. Okay? And all this is real. So I'm going to play this new clip of Jen Psaki, and then we're also going to play Leona Wen, because I tweeted Leona Wen for prison, and I totally, you want to see why I want to throw her in prison? We're going to give her a trial. Her and her cohorts that are colluding not only against the American populace, but the global populace in a sinister manner right now must be defeated. Free speech must win. It has to win. If it doesn't win, then folks, I don't know what to say. And remember, the truth is the truth is the truth is the truth, whether it's one man, 100, 1,000, a million that speaks it. That is the reality of this. And this woman, Psaki, man, you look at this. I mean, I'm going to play the big clip, but like in this one, she just stutters and stammers and just realizes how evil she really is. Flags posts with Facebook to censor COVID misinformation. And we know how truthful they've been about the whole situation. So thumbs it up. Let's do it. Let's start playing this bad boy, okay?
Ahead, Alex.
Thanks, Jen. Can you talk a little bit more about this request for tech companies to be more aggressive in policing misinformation? Has the administration been in touch with any of these companies, and are there any actions that the federal government can take to ensure their cooperation? Because we've seen from the start there's not a lot of action on some of these platforms.
Oh.
Sure. Well, first, we are in regular touch with these social media platforms, and those engagements typically happen through members of our senior staff, but also members of our COVID-19 team. Given, as Dr. Murthy conveyed, this is a big issue of misinformation, specifically on the pandemic. In terms of actions, Alex, that we have taken, or we're working to take, I should say, from the federal government, we've increased disinformation research and tracking within the Surgeon General's office. We're
tracking. Research and tracking, guys. And she talks about quality of information.
flagging problematic posts for Facebook that spread disinformation. We're working with doctors and medical professionals to connect to connected medical experts with popular who are popular with their audiences with accurate information and boost trusted content.
Boost trusted content. She can't even say it. See, even her, like normally I'd be picking on Biden here because he can't read off a teleprompter, but she knows so well what she's doing. She knows what she's doing is wrong, is evil. Evil. I mean, look at the language they're using. Trusted, problematic. Oh, problem. That's problematic. We've seen how the term problematic has been used recently, haven't we, to censor people and cancel them.
So we're helping get trusted content out there. We also created the COVID Community Corps to get factual information into the hands of local messengers. And we're also investing, as you all have seen,
of local messengers. They're community core, right? I'm a community health ambassador. Missed that. Missed Immuniband too. All things we really can't talk about in depth here at YouTube. But I don't like it when the state demands things of me.
Seen in the president's, the vice president's, and Dr. Fauci's time in meeting with influencers who also have large reaches to a lot of these target audiences who can spread and share accurate information. You saw an example of that yesterday, I believe.
Yeah, we had the TikToker on. Because I take my medical advice from someone who dances in front of a phone to beats and is 18 years old and is obviously more well-read on really any issue than I could ever be. Because I don't want to think for myself. She's got millions of followers. What am I? I don't have millions of followers. You're right, Jen Psaki.
I believe that video will be out tomorrow. I think that was your question, Steve, yesterday. I did a full follow-up there. There are also proposed changes that we have made to social media platforms, including Facebook. And those specifically are 4 key steps. One, that they measure and publicly share the impact of misinformation on their platform. Facebook should provide publicly and transparently data on the reach of COVID vaccine misinformation, not just engagement, but the reach of the misinformation and the audience that it's reaching. That will help us ensure we're getting accurate information to people. This should be provided not just to researchers, but to the public, so that the public knows and understands what is accurate and inaccurate. Second, that we have proposed that they create a robust enforcement strategy that bridges their properties and provides transparency about the rules. So I think this was a question asked before, there's about 12 people who are producing 65% of anti-vaccine misinformation.
I can't wait till it leaks who these 12 people are. I can't wait till it leaks who these 12 people are. You know what? I'm rolling the dice on this one, but I would wonder if, on the back end of this, it could be maybe. I mean, you would think Del Bigtree will be in there, right? Then you'll think T-Lav maybe and Corbett, but then it's going to be more and more of mainliners. And Patty, thank you so much, and Mary in real life also thank you so much for those tips over at Rockfin. Let's continue with Psaki.
On social media platforms. All of them remain active on Facebook, despite some even being banned on other platforms, including Facebook, ones that Facebook owns. Third, it's important to take faster action against harmful posts. As you all know, information travels quite quickly on social media platforms. Sometimes it's not accurate, and Facebook needs to move.
Sometimes it's not accurate. So we're going to let a bunch of authoritarian liars who have been proven to be authoritarian liars on a multitude of issues, warmongers, proponents of genocide, all while they smile and lie to us. The ministry of truth is here in real time.
More quickly to remove harmful violative posts. Posts that will be within their policies for removal often remain up for days. That's too long. The information spreads too quickly. Finally,
harmful. Now remember, we've been deemed harmful content here just because I cover controversial issues. That's it. That's all they say. Oh, but it's harmful, Jay. You're harmful. Oh.
We have proposed they promote quality information sources in their feed.
Quality information sources. All this language has nothing to do with truth except for to suppress it and invert reality. This woman is disgusting and shameful.
Algorithm. Facebook has repeatedly shown that they have the leverage to promote quality information. We've seen them effectively do this in their algorithm over low quality information, and they've chosen
low quality information. Authoritative sources. We're here. We're here. We're living in dystopia. Yeah! all the days they censor away. Living in dystopia, yeah. Psaki lies, and Biden wants to cry. Hey, I mean, what is going on? So, for those of you that haven't been over to the Rockfin, I thought we should play also Leanna Wen. And the thing she says here, and now that, Fauci and others in the media keep talking about mandates and localized mandates, and we're seeing actual mandates throughout the world, okay? This woman has been just, vocally out there trying to oppress humanity in a medical martial law tyranny, and she needs to be treated as such.
I think this really depends on what it is that we do at this point. So now we have this Delta variant that is much more contagious. Because it's more contagious, it's going to be even harder for us to reach herd immunity. We're going to have to vaccinate an even higher proportion of people to get there. What happens then if we end up having another variant developing that's even more contagious? That could.
So these are all what ifs now, even more contagious, just pointing that out.
Cause more disease that could evade the protection of our immune system. And so
could. See, again, there's no evidence it could screw over our immune system. It could.
How quickly we get this under control and which way we go depends on what we do now when it comes to vaccination, to overcoming disinformation. And what we really need to do at this point is to make vaccination the easy choice. It needs to be hard for people to remain unvaccinated.
Oh.
Right now, it's kind of the opposite. It's fine. I mean, it's easy if you're unvaccinated. You can do everything you want to do anyway.
So again, why are you telling me that I can't do things based on a medical procedure? Again, Leanna Wen for prison. Get your questions and comments in. Thumbs the video up. We're going to get to you in a moment.
But at some point, these mandates by workplaces, by schools, I think it will be important to say, hey, you can opt out, but if you want to opt out, you have to sign these forms. You have to get twice weekly testing.
Twice weekly tested now. So now if I want to opt out, I have to be twice weekly tested for something when we know they're testing for a long time. Number one, it still is varied, and now we're talking about variants. Okay, sure.
Basically, we need to make getting vaccinated the easy choice. That is what it's going to take for us to actually end the pandemic.
Again, Leanna Wen for prison. So I did want to just touch on McGregor quick before we go to the questions and comments. Why? Because the guy, it's a microcosm. This guy just sold 1.8 million pay-per-views. Do I have that over here? Did I bring that over? Yes. 1.8 million. So 1.3 million were ESPN. Okay? Disney owns ESPN. Okay? A violent rapist makes them so much money they cover up every day that he is a violent rapist. At the end of the day, there is no doubt the young lady suffered a horrendous ordeal. The examinations and all of the evidence shows she was raped and very badly assaulted in that penthouse suite. Throughout this very detailed thread that could have been even more detailed, you find out a single mother of one goes back to McGregor's hotel with him and friends and is beaten, raped, put in a hospital, has to have surgery to surgically remove a tampon from her cervix. When he realized that, she was on her period, he decided to also anally rape her. He went to the police, the Garde, the next day with his lawyer and said it was consensual. They threw him out because she was so scared and traumatized by the whole thing. She still hadn't named him. It's all out there. Ireland is extremely corrupt. It's not the first time he was accused of sexual assault. It wasn't the last. Several other ones, okay? But he makes the UFC money. He makes ESPN and WME Entertainment money. And they still promote him as a family man. Oh, he's going to be back after the broken leg. The man was in the cage, threatening to kill Dustin Poirier and his wife while he was on the ground and putting a gun to his head. We covered that here, okay? And he also shared a photo of Dustin's child and said Gonzo. Okay, this is where he does the, you and your missus, all mate, when he's, sitting there threatening to kill him. And then he's I'm nasty dude Gonzo. I'm dangerous. Look. Isn't that nice? Threatened to kill Dustin Poirier's child because he schooled him in the cage. But hey, 1.8 million pay-per-view buys. All right? So, the world's a crooked place, everybody. And I also, some of the other things that I covered last week, and we got a couple tips we're going to get into, that I think is really important is the fact Allison Mack gets 3 years. I mean, she's probably not even going to serve 18 months, by the way, guys. So make the free Rockfin account 30,000. Let's get to 30,000 before any other independent media outlet on Rockfin. We can do it. I know you can do it, Burmese Brigade. Please share my content with everybody. Remember, you can now get the 1-year subscription and endorse Jason Burmese, and it really helps out. So we're going to get to your questions and comments. We're going to go to YouTube first, and then we'll break over to Rockfin as well. But we do got some tipskis we're going to get into in a second. Let's do that. Ty Tech, thank you so much. John Cooper, thank you so much. Dallas of Oz, no one dissects the official narrative like you, Jason. Thanks for your work. You deserve 30+ K subscribers on Rockfin. Hope you get there first. Thank you, Dallas. I really do appreciate that. And Leanne Frank says, thanks for your work. Thank you, Leanne, for watching. I really appreciate it. Do you think Biden will complete his term? If not, when will he be removed from office? Could he step down? Man, I don't know that script. I find it hard to believe he's lasted this long. The media, listen, aside from him literally stroking out and wetting himself in front of the media right there, and them having to confront that you basically have an invalidic puppet who can barely speak in there, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know. I don't know how that one plays out, guys. I wish I could tell you because I do not know. It's a great question. Is there one last job for Joey B? I don't know. Zombie Joe. I can't imagine they can get him to run again in 2024. Well, I mean, he hasn't even been installed in there a year. He can barely speak. So, great question, but I have no clue. What do we have here? We say, did you see this, Jason? The IDF was in Miami helping the building collapse. Really? Is that are we talking about with controlled demolition, CDI? And CDI, by the way, obviously is the company, Mark Lazo, CDI, that were in charge of taking down the World Trade Center remnants around the area and cleanup after the fact. So I'm looking at this. Yeah, interesting indeed. If you want to go see my 9/11 threads, or listen if you have a premium Rockfin subscription, in the first discussion with Brian Callen and Sam Tripoli, I go into depth even further than what we cover in, I can't get into everything that was in Fabled Enemies as I show a lot more, but we get into the meat and potatoes of what's in Fabled Enemies, and we also bring up gelatin, the ARC group, the window that was taken out of the World Trade Center, and the possible use of explosives there via these Israeli art students. It was really odd, the whole situation. So thank you for that tip. I really do appreciate not only the tip, but the actual tip in the story. Interesting indeed, Gregory. So let's continue on. Glad to see you live. Yeah, it's good to be back. We've only had the channel for over 14 years. We've only tried to tell the truth the entire time. By the way, thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. We're only trying to do the right thing here. Not allowed, Jason Burmese. You are not allowed to try to do the right thing. How dare you? What's up, Flick? What's up, Crazy Marine? How we doing? We got some hashtag Burmese Brigade. Let's see. Can't remember who, but I was reading comments on another channel, and they were coming down pretty hard on Rockfin. Yeah, there are some people that don't like other people having success. It's sad. How do I put this? People are people. You work with people. There are vipers out there. Unfortunately, other than the fact that a lot of times personalities clash, right? It's hard enough getting things done on your own. It's way harder when you have a group of people that are constantly attacking, et cetera, et cetera. Larry Klayman has a grand jury convened on a what? Let's see. Do you think we go to dystopia as the movie Matrix showed? That is what the elite has been planning since decades before. Well, all right. The Matrix is complex. Like, I think the original movie is really well done. People have to realize that the Wachowski brothers are now the Wachowski sisters, right? What do we have here? Steve from Slow News Day hitting me up. Political prisoner Commander X. Okay, so Steve's having Commander X on Tuesday, July 20th. He's going to be at the Federal Building at 28 South 1st Street. Okay? So shout out to them. Shout out to Slow News Day. Go check out more details, more than likely, over at either Action for Assange or Slow News Day. Is it a revelation of the method? Is it an action movie? Is it drawing on different things that were in the ethos that were out there? I think all of the above. I think go watch my Holy Mountain bit where you see something very similar. I think it's worse than that. Really, I think as dark as the Matrix is, I think that you still have human beings that are under control of the nightmare they've built. Right? Let's see. McGregor's leg snap from the weight of his ego. Okay. Is it possible all that Epstein stuff is made up like a comic book and Q as a distraction? What? No. I've been covering the Epstein stuff well over a decade, and the Q stuff co-opted researchers like me that have talked about elites and occultism, which is real, okay? That have talked about high-level pedophilia within governments, which is real, and royalty, which is real. Right, Lord Mountbatten? Right, Jimmy Savile? Right, Dennis Hassard? Right, Mark Foley? Be careful, the Ministry of Love might visit you and memory hole you. Yeah, don't think we won't have something similar. We're there, man. They're openly just lying to you and telling you it's okay to totally surveil you and correct you when you have a wrong think in your private life. Wow. Nothing the government surprises me. For me, it started with the Kennedy murder. No kidding. I have to say, I've never seen such a disaster as the Biden government. Exactly. You have an installed zombie puppet who can barely speak. It doesn't get more cartoon level. You've got literally Jen Psaki up there with TikTokers telling you medical advice. Hey, I just graduated high school. Come on up. Tell me about the world. You know what I did when I just graduated high school? I went to college orientation, and then I went to college. And I was treated like a guy that just graduated high school and went to college amongst a bunch of other people. Now, I'm sure there were some ladies in that room that had some killer dance moves then. You know what they weren't doing? They weren't up at a government podium telling me what to put into my body. I know it's kooky. Newspeak indeed. She has no soul like the rest of them. Epstein is real. Q is a comic book. Correct. Team Evil. She's your average American psychopath. Can we get to 100 thumbs up, please, by the way? And remember, Rockfin. Had another exclusive almost hour interview on Rockfin yesterday, and then you only saw 15 minutes of almost an hour with Derek Bros. We talked about a lot of things that we can't talk about on this platform, so please go make that free Rockfin account and check it out. Let's see. Influencers. Everyone get their useless and possibly deadly aboobity. I hate to say it, but it started with the first gold coins minted in America. They had the all-seeing eye on them. Yeah, the all-seeing eye is like everywhere, Ski and Hutch, huh? Just everywhere. You know, I watched that Hail Satan documentary. If you haven't seen it, what is it, the Satanic Temple? It's the ones that did the statue. And it kind of takes it from a LARP into where it is, and they try to make it into a political movement. To me, when you see the actual get-togethers and stuff like, and ritual stuff, it's dark. It's not stuff I want. And then them trying to like get with kids, I didn't like that at all. And it was funny though that the 10 Commandments that they wanted to put up at the top of the 10 Commandments was the all-seeing eye pyramid and the eagle in front of it. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, man, even with the 10 Commandments, you have this symbolism. Hail Satan. It was something definitely that if you get the chance to watch, I'll go with that. Being allowed or permitted to do things by a tyrannical government is BS. Correctamundo. Politics and social media, who knew this could go wrong, right? Influencers equal plants. They don't even have to. They're just easily paid. You know, they're too busy worried about like their social life and their social clout. Flagship false. Yeah, who are these 12 people responsible for 65% of the misinformation on social media? How dare they? They're banned on other platforms. How dare they? Ugly inside and out equals uh-oh. Saki. I like to call her Psaki, a.k.a. Patsy. Let's see. Number 1 is Fauci. Let's see. We got some truth stuff. Conspiracy is the boop. Yes, who's on first? Freedom of speech is dead. It's great to see you too. This is getting weird and scary. No, it's been weird and scary. You know what? Let's go and watch the door-to-door stuff. The strike forces, community health ambassadors, right? This is something I covered. I haven't played this yet. This is going to be in North Carolina. And let's just scroll right through it for everybody. That way, hopefully, I don't miss it. You know, there's Tucker being vilified later for that. Here it is. Nope. There's the TikToker. TikTok-ins. Oh, by the way, here's a photo op in the UK. Because, you know, everybody's out doing their thing, but we need to do this.
What are you, COVID cleaner? COVID cleaner? Are you for real? What the fuck? That's something out of fucking... Hey, bruv, do you really have to wear that? Do you really have to wear that? What are you doing? Why are you taking photos? You're not even doing it, you're just doing that for paparazzi. Why are you doing this? You're not even cleaning.
Full paparazzi. You're not even cleaning. It's all a show. It's all a show. And we got a new actual paying subscriber, Andy Armour. Thank you so much. Remember, now you can get a full year, guys. A full year with 2 months. And then you get everybody's premium content. You can't beat it. Also, today we had Annie Behrens and we had Yala Eason come in yesterday. So thank you guys for continuing to make the premium part of this channel grow.
You're not even cleaning, you're just taking photos. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not even cleaning. What are you doing? Is this for the media? Is this for the media? Who are you? What are you doing? You're taking photos for the media. Why are you dressed like that? Why are you dressed like that? You're taking photos for the media. What? Helping! She's not doing nothing. Get all here to make fear in
That's right. They're putting fear into people. Come on.
people's heads. There ain't a pandemic. Take your mask off and all.
Well, you know, we don't want to get hit with medical misinformation there. I just wanted to show you that clearly that person was doing it for show. And here you go. These are the door-to-door in North Carolina.
Right now, though, Talking about the COVID vaccine could be coming right to your doorstep. Starting today, the Mecklenburg County Health Department launched a new Doses to Doors program. Health Department workers giving out shots right there at your front door. This is part of an urgent push to make getting vaccinated easy. And we can tell you this new program started this morning in West Charlotte. We knew a few people who took advantage of it. WCNC Charlotte's Chloe Leschner explains how this first day went.
There are many different reasons why half of the population in Mecklenburg County still hasn't been vaccinated.
And I haven't been vaccinated yet because I didn't have the convenience to get around to getting there.
All it took for this West Charlotte man to roll up his sleeve was the health department and medical director, Dr. Meg Sullivan, bringing it directly to his door.
It's a little bit more flexibility for me now. I don't have to worry about in the next 2 weeks. Worrying about, who got the disease or who I may be around to have it.
But so many others are hesitant or don't trust it. It's why volunteers with Action NC are going door to door to give the facts on the shots.
It's not confrontational. It's not like you've got to get the shot, but our whole job is to dispel those type of rumors and things.
And sometimes a conversation
take your time and think about it
leads to the choice to get protected. Now the volunteers can guarantee it gets done. Health department workers close by with shots, removing barriers and making it so simple it's hard to pass up.
Oh, it's hard to pass up. They're going to give you an offer you can't refuse. I love this. Living in dystopia. Yeah. Let's continue on with our questions and comments here. Facebook is up. Yep, they're killing people, according to President Biden. Big Biz, never thought I'd be here to see the death of free speech. We're watching it real time. I'm not on the Facebook or Twitter. I got off when I saw what was happening. Listen, they're coming for your SMS messages. They've already been looking at them. Now the Ministry of Truth is everywhere. They're on it. They're on it. They're knocking on your door. Ministry of Truth. Yay. Directed traffic, green lighting. You know what? Let's see what we got going on over at the Rock Finnington. A lot of people over at Rockfin. And I wanted to get them in here as well. So let's see. Boom. Occult Priestess, a.k.a. Corrine Wilson. Good to see you there. Let's take that auto scroll off so we can go all the way to the top. You get your questions and comments in. Remember, Nizza, 7 o'clock in Ontario, Canada. Baked AF food on its way. Beer in hand. Girlfriend beside me. Hey, that sounds like a good day. A.k.a. night, a.k.a. evening, Brendan Smith. Good for you. New narrative. There's about 12 people who are producing 65%. I know. It's nuts. 9 a.m. in Queensland, Australia, sun is shining. Oh, it's only 9 people. So we just got to get those 9 people. Dallas, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Judy Facebook, I got off 2 years ago. Let's see. Jason, what do you think about the states in your country completely ignoring Biden on the new flu protocols? I can't believe anybody's listening to anything the guy says, or the CDC is now calling it a pandemic of the unvaccinated. That's a quote. Okay, that's a quote. Wow. How do I tip on the Rockfin app? They have not made that available yet on the Rockfin app, Ryan. I should have brought that up yesterday. It's certainly an update they need to make. It's something I said right out of the gates. You got to do it through the desktops. You can always do it after the fact, but I understand that if you want to be live, it's got to be on the desktop. Let's see. Click that red $2 tip channel box above the chat. Oh, they fix that? Huh. But I'm not sure. Which states, Brian? She means propaganda influencers. The ultimate sellouts. No kidding. Evil indeed, Patty. Indeed. Let's see. Yeah, I know, 12. RFK Jr., Dr. McCullough, and the Highwire on the list. More than likely. That's a good point. Highwire, like I said, Del Bigtree's got to be there, right? He's done so much on it. People share his stuff. Oh, Dallas Oz jumping in again. What's he got to say here? Jason, I'm currently paying monthly for Rockfin Premium. It looks like I might have to cancel my current subscription to access the yearly discounted subscription. I think that if you wait until the end of the month when it's going to renew, that's when you want to do it, so you don't lose out on what you've already paid for. Or, you could probably there's got to be a contact. I know there's not a lot of tech support on there yet, but if you added them on Twitter and you said, "Hey, how can I do this?" I'm sure they could get you an email to be able to do that rather quickly. Cooper, thank you so much. NWO needs to be talked about. Well, go check out my film for free, Invisible Empire: A New World Order Defined. They mean harmful to their narrative. Big vampire vibes, no kidding. She's doing what she's told to do. Who's running the show? I bet the Clintons have a lot to do with it. They're mid-level management. They're just riding it out these days, now that Hillary can't become president. Lots of laughter over there. How has the state of emergency been lifted in New York, but yet they are still pushing the so-called boop boop, which is now illegally still being pushed? You have no idea. The laws? What do you mean laws? Ha! Ha 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 ha! When is a cyborg? Nothing evades a healthy immune system. Listen to her. Who speaks like that? She does. Trust the bunk PCR test. Mandatory tests are crazy. Sarah, how are ya? When is a psychopath? If not prison, then lock her up in a mental ward. She show is. It says the boop is not approved by the FDA and only for emergency use, yet the emergency has been lifted. So how is this a legal push? Good question. We went over that one. Take vitamin D3 daily. Leanne, thank you once again. The actual 90-day EAU is due for a renewal today, I think. Yikes. Or Monday. I'm going to go back over to YouTubans and continue down the line. Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share, everybody. Let's get them in there. All right. Let's see the brain-dead Jake Paul walk out with a robot in tow with his fight with T-Wood. Troubling, to say the least. Is that next weekend? Or is that the end of the month? No, I didn't see the robot. Yikes. But hey, he can afford it. It's good press. The more they push this crap, the more reason to stay far away. And you should hear New Zealand. Yeah, no kidding. I watch JP, and he gets the point across while making them look like fools. JP does a great job. JP's Awakening, or AF, he's good. Awaken with JP. Burmis is the truth. Thank you, Duke. Yeah, baby. Strange days indeed. You know it. Yep. CNN is vomitous, but all of them are vomitous. Truth hurts. She is such a dumb Arsington. They already changed the definition of herd immunity. Good grief. Yeah, well, again, we better get anything they say is now misinformation. They're going to put up those quality sources. I thought viruses didn't want to kill the host because they need a live host. Shouldn't the variants be getting weaker? Can a gay man get a mandate? Shotran. Man up, men, the hour to stand up is here. Correct. Men and women, humanity, it is now. It is now. It is now. Forget how contagious, focus on the deaths, and they are way down. She makes no sense. If it's more contagious, we would reach herd immunity faster. Fear porn. Oh, was that a big jump? No, there it is right there. There's some fear pornage. Would you expect anything less from a former Planned Parenthood employee? Yikes. Yikes, you biatch. Whoa. There's that jump. Well, there's some jumpins'. There's that fear porn. Okay. Let's see. We're probably going to wrap this up soon, guys. Thumbs it up, subscribe, and share. The Asian reminds me of Dr. Tam in Canada, an evil shill. Oh. For the CCP, NWO, and pharmaceuticals. Fear porn is all the rage these days, and people are eating it up with a mask on. Again, when it's terrifying, the fact that people respect her blows my mind. Protect the women and children first. I am declaring myself self-vaccinated. Ha ha ha. They're known as the Disinfo Dozen. I like that. Big Tree, RFK Jr., 10 penny, Green Med. The Disinfo Dozen. Love it. Like the Dirty Dozen. I identify, yes. Sup? McNuggets, worst human being, hands down. Terrible person. Door to door, not on my watch. It's not slow Biden. I mean, he's gone. Zombie Joe. Disinfo dozen are heroes. I've got Derek's thing up. D-Bros Live. Look at that. See, we're going to change that in real time. Although, you should follow Derek as well. He's been banned from YouTube. This happens to be my PayPal as well as an email where you can contact me. Again, I look through some of it, guys. I get so much. I get to so much. I can't go through all of it. Do you think they should try to impeach Donald Trump? They're going to try to arrest him, I think. Yikes, we're not doing any of that. I know Sam Tripoli is on the fin. Jason, too. Anybody else of interest? So many people. So many people. We got Jimmy Dore. Slow News Day. Action for Assange. Michael Tracy just came over. Chrissy Meyer is over there as well. You got, Elwood, Placone, The Convo Couch, Nico, Mother Truckin' House, Allison Morrow, Kim Iverson, and so many others. So many others. It's just growing and growing and growing. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of good stuff. How'd you meet John Finch? It's Fitch, Jason. Basically online through the magic of social media. Yo, Jason, dude, you're a great man. Well, I think that I'm just a regular guy or big gal, fella. Just a regular guy trying to do the right thing. I prefer the playback on Rockfin and its layout better than this shizzy platform. Listen, I identify as none of your fucking business. And guys, remember, if you do make that free account, we want to get at 30,000. We want to get at 30,000 over there. So much material you haven't seen the last 2 weeks, and an exclusive just yesterday. Actually, the 2 videos there, we only did the first 15. You got 15 minutes of almost 2 hours of content yesterday over here on YouTube. Just saying. I identify as confused at this point. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Look up Mark Passio's breakdown of the themes in The Matrix. 130 people here. This is nuts. Yeah, it's 165. And can we get 125 thumbs up by 165 people? No big deal. 62,000. 62,000 plus subscribers. You are correct. Well, thank you. Nice to see you back. It's good to be back. Kamala's coming next. Who knows? Let's see. I don't even get into all that. I appreciate the defense. We'll put that in for other people to read, but, I don't even want to talk nonsense. In the beginning of the first Sherlock Holmes movie showed a Masonic lodge in the satanic ritual. That's the way how things are done in real life ski. Hope things are good, Burmis. Things are good in real life. Yes, for sure. Eyes wide shut. The public has their eyes wide shut. Kubrick. Big Kubrick fan. And by the way, it's like this is like a play on, what is it? A Clockwork Orange. It's the Addicts, though. The Burmis NWO documentary is great. It's free in the playlist section as well. They speak in symbols like Egyptians. Let's see. Have you seen the movie Hostel, where the regular people is caught for multimillionaires being able to torture them for fun to satisfy this deep instinct? Don't you see Eli Roth just depict something real? What the snuckle fucks is going on? Right. Well, life. Schnuckle fucks. Ryan Swayze. Let's see. COVID cleaner. What a goofball. This is exceptional journalism. I agree. Is the Boop Boop a DARPA project? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. DARPA brags about it. Let's see if we can get that right now. We'll type in DARPA. No, that's it. Let's see. DARPA. Yeah. All right. Let's just, maybe that's what we'll end it on. So, this is them telling you about a sensor, but the way they lead in with this 60 Minutes piece, like they're trying to sell you on, more DARPA tech to put in your body. But, that's why I don't really call this thing experimental, maybe in this large mass, but they know what this stuff is. Don't tell me they took down the big one. Come on. I want the full guy. Here it is. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on. This is how we do it. Now you get some insight on how we do the thumbnails too. See, we took that dog right there. All right, so let's see now that within this browser. Yeah, there it is. I bet you anything will play. Yeah. See, that's the problem with Brave. You know, things like that. I love Brave to death, but this is why I've got another browser on tap. And, of course, not going to play there either? Wow. Because it intros, we've played it here before. Am I going to have to go find this now? Did they take it offline? This is so weird. I'm gonna try a third browser. Thumbs it up. Let's see. Third browser. Here we go. Maybe they took it down. Maybe they don't want everybody knowing. Yep, it's down. Wait. Yeah, I think it's done. No, it's this advertisement. Maybe not. Like they're trying to sell me some whiskey. Like on the bottom. Yep, it's down. Can't play it. Huh. Well, like I said, they talk about how, you know, these things were made through DARPA Tech. Talk about CRISPR. And when I say these things, the technology used, right? You have the vector-based, you have the mRNA-based stuff. Anybody who wants to see the CRISPR stuff, that's really easy to find. Just do this. You can type in CRISPR, COVID vaccine, Time magazine, right? I'll just type in Time Mag. Should be the first thing. Yes. So yeah, you can read up right there. Okay? So guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share Rockfin. Rockfin. Did I mention the Rockfin? Let's get to 30,000. Let's get to 30,000. I want to do it. And I want to be the first independent guy at 30,000. I want to be the first person on the platform at 50,000. Period. Those are my next goals with that platform. Right now, I think Chael Sonnen is a little over 30,000, and Askren has like 36,000. I want 50,000 before anybody, and I know you're going to help me do it. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I love you. The links are down below to support me. I'll see you on the flip.